How y'all doing out there? This is Nico B, and this is the Black Effect. You already know how we do this. You know how we do things in the show. Hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't. This is over here we do powerful spiritual messages, and we just speak a lot of truth and tell the truth. That's what we do over here. We're not biased over here. This isn't, a channel you can put in a box and classify. No, this is just truth speech, spiritual messages for the Lord. I want to get into this topic though, because this needs to be spoke about. This is something you don't hear many people speaking about. This is about female sex predators and female sex offenders. Yes, when you hear the term female sex predator, automatically it's something in men's mind that just go into like a circus, and it reverts to being like into a juvenile mindset and get the giggling and a whole bunch of foolishness, and they don't really take these things seriously. Now, this happens the same with men and women. Like women do the same thing. And it's sad because what are you saying when you don't take it as serious or don't speak out on that? What you're saying is you don't care about these young boys and their emotional well-being. Because when you get people to talk about older men abusing underage girls, it's always about the mindset of control, and control, manipulation, intimidation, and things like that. What people don't understand is that same thing goes on with women, but the boy doesn't have choice but to save face. What would be his other option? Playing the victim and getting clowned by his peers and feeling like he's a victim? Nah, he would rather just try to take power over it. Now, that's something that psychologists don't even, I haven't even heard many psychologists speaking out on these truths. When you have, I'm going to put this on the screen. You have this website that documents 500 female teacher sex offenders. And this is like, from only in a span of like 10 years. You have, you just have women just doing it constantly. Like, you have one woman who says she sexually assaulted over 100 children. Over 100, a woman. Like, what kind of woman, is this, man? You had a teacher who was a cheerleader for the Bengals. This woman looked good. You know what I'm saying? This is a good looking woman who could get a man her age. She still go off and sleep with a 17-year-old student, get busted. And then after she get busted, lose her job, register as a sex offender, still walk off with the boy. Still with the young man, I say. Still walk off with the young man. And like they try to carry on a relationship with him. Getting married to the man after you've literally molested him. The thing is no one, and you didn't have anyone just berating them after the fact. Like and these were Caucasians, but even the Caucasian community, once that goes on, it's like no one bats an eye. No one is calling her a pedophile online, even though she is. You understand? But we pick certain cases, where there isn't pedophilia and try to get outraged about that instead of getting outraged at the actual cases of pedophilia, sexual grooming, sex trafficking, and manipulation. We have to stop that. And I don't know what it is amongst women. Like, I know women like younger men. I get that. You know what I'm saying? That's been since the beginning of time. And I know, men like younger women. There are men who like younger women. That's been since the beginning of time. So I don't know what in America itself is full of pedophiles. pedophile leadership, the leadership, the men in power. Look at Hugh Hefner. No one said anything to Hugh Hefner. Now, these porn companies grooming 17, 18-year-old, 18-year-olds into having sex and doing all type of weird sex, having sex with 50-year-old men, having sex with gangs of men, having sex with multiple men at one time, having sex with the same sex, turning them out is what I would say, putting them on X pills, things like that. These things happen. But I don't see the outrage. I want to see full-fledged outrage for that. Trying to change the laws if you feel like that's should be done. But so you just have too many, like, these teachers do this. I'm serious, man. It seems like it's every week that you see a woman, a female, molesting one of the children that's in her care. You know what I'm saying? Or a young person that's in their care, a person who's underage. You know what I mean? You have a woman who I'm gonna just put them all on the screen, man. You could just go down. I'm gonna just screenshot all of them and just go down, and you can read them for yourself. You can read this. It's a pretty much a brief summary of all of these stories. They got these things in just one database, and you have more happening, like I said, and just constantly today. So look at this woman, man. Woman 37 arrested for having sex with a 17-year-old and providing him alcohol. Man, you can't really trust these women with your kids, man. These teachers. Was another one, Margaret de Baracua, the age 30 by the time of the crime. She was She was 16, found her and a 16-year-old male student behind the school in a parked car. So you 30 and you having sex with a 16-year-old student in a parked car, like, you getting that freaky. Like, and these women, I'm talking about these women, they, like, you want to talk about trauma and manipulation and control. Look at what these women be doing. These women be putting their wolf coochie on these kids, and these young men. These women, I'm talking, what I mean by that, like, they be just getting out all of doing all of their sexual tricks to these young men. Giving them head and sleeping with them in the car, sleeping with them, you know what I'm saying? Like, these women just be getting it in. And that's sad. That's sick. And you shouldn't be like the woman, the cheerleader from Colorado. They got, she out. These women be getting out on bond. Like, you shouldn't be letting these women out on no bond. You know what I'm saying? These women are sex offenders, child molesters. But see, we don't have that outrage for them. We don't look at it the same way. People, and people are being huge hypocrites in that fashion. I can't be a hypocrite, bro. And I know, young men, they, that's not good for them to be doing that, messing with these old manipulative women, these Jezebels. These women need to go get them a husband or something. A lot of these women do have husbands. Lisa Lavoie was 24, was a 24-year-old teacher at Maurice A. Donahue Elementary School, located in Holyoke, Massachusetts, when she was charged with 6 counts of statutory rape, 3 counts of aggravated rape and abuse, and 3 counts of statutory rape and enticement of a minor regarding a 15-year-old male student. Like, and this woman, look like you can go get somebody of your age, a 20-year-old dude or 21-year-old man, like, to sleep with you. Like, I know he may not, really want you like that, but you could go get you a 30-year-old man. You could go sleep with you this woman, 24, right here. She could go get her a 40-year-old man to really mess with her and not just want to sleep with her. Like, but the problem is that you have these women don't seem to like older men. You know what I'm saying? They don't seem to want to be like, in submission to a man, or, or be a wife to a man. Like, some of these women are wives, but they still go off and sleep with, like, so this is just part of their sexual deviance. You know what I'm saying? I get that. But again, where is the outrage? You understand? Like, what do schools be doing? Like, to pick? Do they even have? They need to start having psych evaluations. Because, I mean, you don't really, you see this frequently from women. It happens with men too. But men should know that they gonna get thrown under the jail for the even just the accusation, like, you know what I'm saying, of that, or the thought of that. So niggas should, men should definitely be steering clear of any of that weird behavior. And usually, most, well-adjusted men do. They don't do that. And I mean, again, if the person, like, 17 is the legal age of consent in Texas, and, in some, in Colorado and some other states is 16. So I get, the fact of, and and like the dude these are boys 17. I'm pretty sure that wasn't his first time having sex with, that teacher, but still, you understand, even still, these are your students. You know what I'm saying? For a man, like, you in college or something like that. I know a lot of college professors, this is what happened. Like, these good looking young women, in college, they looking good. The professors end up trying to, sleep with them and manipulate and have a relationship with them. You can't do that. That's against college rules. Even though these women are of age, that's against rules, my nigga, because you are their teacher. You're supposed to be, teaching them, and when you enter a relationship, then everything is unfair. Like, they can't, it's not fair for them. You know what I'm saying? You hold a future. You can manipulate them. You have a position to do that. If that's how y'all, we're looking at things in truth. That's just the truth. Again, these women on screen that I'm just going through them. Look how many women it is. It's pretty ridiculous, man. That some of these women on here smiling. Why you smiling on your mug shot? This woman here, Stephanie Ragusa, was 28 and a middle school math teacher in Tampa, Florida, before she was arrested for having sex with two of her underage students. She on her mug shot smiling. What is there to be smiling about? This woman, bro, good Lord Jesus. Oh. See, I ain't even really been looking into this fully, because it's such a situation. This is such a thing that just gets so swept under the rug. It's like the dirty thing of society, because secretly, like I said, America is full of pedophiles. A lot of them are in power in the country. You have a lot of sexual deviance going on in the country, especially amongst women, with the lesbianism, the trans movement, all this trans stuff, kids being confused. You are allowing children to be able to choose their sexuality, and which means in turn they have to think about sex of whom they're sexually attracted to. You know what I'm saying? They could take hormones. They can choose their sex, that, their sexual assignment. So they could take hormones at young ages. They can tell you what their sex is at 4 or 5 years old. This is a perverse society. It's became perverse. Sorry, it's become we have to be honest. Sexual deviance. So some of those people are running the country. All a sexual deviant is, you mean you deviating from the norm. You understand? Some people may like to sleep with cats. You know what I'm saying? Some people really are, having relationships with their German Shepherd. They really are. And so that's all that's going. So you can't combat it, because it's no righteousness on the earth. The only thing we can do, and it's so, it's so unfair, and I mean against men. It shouldn't be no fairness in molesting, underage children or people, you know what I'm saying, in your subordinate care, in your care, or that's like your boss doing, it shouldn't be, but I get it, but still, it's no double standard here between men and women. When women do this, it's just as wicked. All right. With that being said, it's your man Nico B. Black Effect gone.